Back here for the second half of the title matches from Kearny Mesa Bowl in San Diego. Scratch just getting started there in the third frame. Wesley Lowe leads early by a mark in that match, and Tyler Hatfield, the top seed in this game, is shooting in the seventh frame, and that's a bad gutter ball because he was working on a spare in that shot. He's getting 38 pins against Kyle Andrews. Neither bowler has won a title before in their career, and as a result of that gutter ball, Kyle's now made up 25 of those pins. Switches to his other ball, why not? The other one guttered. Oh, and almost gets the spares. That ball goes in front of the 7-pin. That has to be, and quite understandably, very light equipment that he's using for that ball to, on a Brooklyn hit, go in front of the 7. It went in front of the 4 even a little while ago. Up as quickly as he possibly can. He just uses whichever ball comes out of the ball return first. Gotta love that. Two-handed cranker. He knows what he's doing. And there's a strike right after that. Boy, I wish for his sake it had been strike gutter 9 rather than gutter 9 strike, because he had that spare working. But nonetheless, that's a huge strike for him here in the 8th frame. Andrews working on a spare again, leads by 36 if he does strike here, and instead, disaster. Oh my goodness. The last thing he needed there was a wide open split to essentially give that gutter ball right back to Hatfield. Ouch. Here's top seed Curtis Lindeman over in the scratch division with, oh, an ugly runaway Brooklyn. That was putrid, Curtis Lindeman. And guess what? He will take every bit of that. Apologizes to Wesley. It was putrid, people. Call him like we see him. Kyle gets the count there. That's smart. Let's see if Lindeman can capitalize on that fantastic break there. If he does, he'll virtually even up the match. Strapmatic, because he's just going to have that Pete Weber, Stephen Black-esque ultra-high backswing and just maximum torque going right up the outside. And hey, he does consolidate it. That's outstanding. Huge shot here for Andrews in the 9th. Yeah, you betcha. His best shot of the match comes in the 9th frame there. That sets up his 10th. Any game can still happen here in handicap. It's a difference of 38. What will Hatfield, the youngin', do? He's got a strike working this time. This is a nice ball. Nope. Runs out of energies again. But leaves a makeable spare here. You know, and there are these little guys. Speaking of, by the way, he's only 7 years old, but don't mistake him for not knowing what he's doing. He's got a 123 entering average. So he's absolutely, well aware of where the ball needs to go. Will he get the spare though? No, slides by it. So Kyle with a theoretical 152 through 9. And Tyler has 118 through 9. The difference is 38. So that's 156. So this match is within a mark. It's who shows up in the 10th. Here we go. Nice ball. Oh, wow. Big that he tripped the 4-pin out there. Obviously you want to avoid that unmakeable split, but I would have to think that a 10-pin is easily the toughest single pin for him to have to make with all that hook, because he still throws no thumb at it. Switches to that plastic ball. He does take the hook out of it, and he makes it. Wow! Are you kidding me? That's got to be the hardest spare in the lane for him with all of his hook, and I bet. And he spares it in a key situation right there. Fill ball still uber important right here. I like the word uber today for some reason. I don't know why. Here comes running onto the screen. He needs as many as he can here to put the pressure on Andrews. Nice ball again. Great game from Tyler. 137 scratch plus his pins put him at 206. Spare strike is 172 for Kyle, plus and pins is 203. Kyle has to strike on this ball to win the title. Anything less, Tyler wins. Nice shot. Oh, he gets it. Wow. Kind of got a poker face on here. I don't know if he knows he needed that shot. We're not going to tell him a word yet, because you don't want a short count here to still change things back.
167, please, 167.
Strike here is an obvious winner. Any kind of good count, I believe he wins as well. But in all likelihood, Kyle Andrews just struck to win this tournament. His first title. That'll do it. Wow, look at this. Both bowlers coming up huge in the 10th frame as Tyler did his job, and then Kyle comes right back on a difficult lane condition and strikes in the 10th frame to win his first title. How about that? It's the shirt, people. It's got to be the shirt. So a great job out of that young man. We're going to see a lot more out of him, but a fantastic finish to win it all out of him. We're going to focus on scratch now in just a minute here as we catch that handshake. Great job out of both of you. Big old hug from Pops off to our right. I assume you guys can stick around for a few minutes, of course.
Only a few.
Okay, so resetting the scratch division. Wesley Lowe has 4 in a row right now, shooting in the 8th frame. Wesley Lowe has 5 in a row. The striking machine. He's won 3 matches to get to this point. 223 to 222 over Aaron Fauché in round 1. He had to strike in the 10th to win that game. Then got by Ronnie Fujita in round 2. Got by Cameron Smith in round 3. Here he is bowling for the title in the last game. Curtis Lindeman has a strike working and pretty much has to strike here to stay alive. Oh, well, a trip. Knocked that pin over. Again, brand new pins we're bowling on here. That's just a fractionally wider base on these brand new pins. That might have made the difference between that 4-pin tripping or not. Wesley is in the 230s. The best that Lindeman can do is 203. Wesley's going to win this title, folks. Well, even if Wesley opens twice, that puts him in the 2 teens. It's title time. For Curtis, this is a great result. He only qualified at minus 62 through 5, and then dug out 3 wins in match play, and that vaulted him all the way to the top seed. So this should be a confidence booster, even though it's going to be a title match loss here. And what I want to see him do is kind of what he's doing right now, as far as taking the lane out of play on conditions that dictate that, but also work on just smoothing out that backswing. We know he can crank the heck out of it, and you know, when you're a younger kid, when you realize that you can do it, every fiber of your body tells you to just snap the ball as much as possible. With today's modern equipment, he's going to get all the rotation he needs for the rest of his life just by what naturally comes off his hand, his natural talent. If he can smooth out that backswing a little bit more and do less torque right at the point of release and let the ball and the lane do the work, I think he's just going to get better and better. And when the condition does call for him to just, strap on it as much as he can, he'll have that trick in his bag as well. So I expect big things from Curtis here. He travels a lot, he's dedicated, and obviously loves the game. And speaking of travel, dedication, and talent, here's Wesley Lowe. Wesley, by the way, at just 15, made the top 16 at Junior Gold this year out of over 1,000 boys. That is just a ridiculously good accomplishment for anyone. That's competing against kids 20 and under. On our tour, he competes against kids 22 and under. So age is not the determining factor, talent is, and this talented young lefty who picks up right where he left off. He won the last SoCal event back in June. He wins the first SoCal event of the new season here in September. My goodness. Great stuff out of both bowlers. Valerie Regan finished second in today's women's series to Randy Spieler winning her first women's title too. So boy, girl, young, old, scratch, handicap, it does not matter. We have stuff for all of you guys. Come on out and see us again, won't you please? We will see you back here tomorrow at Kearny for more JBT action. Wesley Lowe and Kyle Andrews, your champions today.